everybody. Welcome to the channel Nala Review. My name is Nala. We will assess with key themes on recipes, game show, pets, tourism. We will choose good, interesting and meaningful videos to share with you. We hope you with your family. Please rate and recommend us. We always welcome you. Let's see the review.
Not long ago, I saw a headline claiming that a TikToker made Salt Bae's $2,500 steak for just $110.
And that's how much it really costs to make.
I'm all for calling out Salt Bae. Salt Bae is but I think we can do even better than this today by taking down his most expensive menu item, the Golden Tomahawk Steak. Big thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video. Now, you all already know I'm not the world's biggest Salt Bae fan. Get the out of here. Something about him just bothers me. But at the end of the day, I can rest easy knowing that I have a bigger salt empire than he ever will. Now, before we begin, I think it's time to head to Salt Bae's restaurant once again to see what we're up against with that Golden Tomahawk. But before we do that, make sure you toss a like on the video and know that we're catching up really quickly to Gordon. So hit that subscribe button too. Let's go. I've been to Salt Bae's restaurant enough times to know this. One, it's probably going to be completely empty inside. The people are too smart for his tricks. And two, at some point, somebody's going to dry hump a piece of meat. Let's go get some gold steak. So we are finally settled in here. We have the place to ourselves today. And I am looking forward to seeing what that most expensive item on the menu looks like in front of us. And of course, the taste. We've already ordered, so it should be coming out any minute. Oh. And you gave Manny the drink on fire again. You were okay with that after last time? No. Oh shit, man, the table's on fire.
Okay, welcome to Salt Bae, Boston.
Man, it's cooked pretty well, huh?
Pretty well.
It's killer.
Salt Bae, Boston.
Wow. That was good.
Salt Bae.
So the one thing I will say about the steak today is that it's cooked dead on perfect. Which means that if we're cooking this at home, it's gonna have to be perfect. Time for a bite. It's pretty good today. Again, we know the gold doesn't add any flavor, but it definitely looks cooler that way. It's a fantastic bite of steak. So the real question is, can we make it better at home? Not surprisingly, that one put a pretty big dent in the bank account. With that said, we're gonna go home and make a better piece of meat for a much cheaper price. And we're gonna be using our brand new smoker, so get excited. Now that we've seen his tomahawk, let's make ours cheaper and better. And all we're gonna need is this and this. But before we begin cooking, I wanna tell you about today's sponsor, Simply Safe. Simply Safe is the security system experts trust. It's an alarm system that offers affordable professional monitoring plans so someone's always keeping an eye on your house. For me, they're also keeping an eye on my Wagyu. I know that sounds crazy, but we could trade all the Wagyu in here for a nice car. I'll give you an example of why security is important. Let's use Salt Bae. Suppose he tried to break in. He would have a field day in here, humping and smacking all the Wagyu. Not with Simply Safe, not gonna happen. Or another example, my cameraman Manny. On multiple occasions, I've caught him trying to sneak in and steal Wagyu after hours. He's never been successful. Get out of here. In all seriousness, we have tons of camera gear, computers, filming equipment, and more. I've got Simply Safe set up so I don't have to worry anymore. It's super easy to set up since it's wireless and hooks right up to Wi-Fi. I can also control it all from this app. But the best part is it's under $1 a day and you can set it up in around 30 minutes. There's also no long-term contract, so you can try it risk-free for 60 days and send it back if you don't like it.
The salad is on top. I send it back.
Free of charge. Now here's the offer. You can save 20% on your Simply Safe security system when you sign up for an interactive monitoring plan and get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/NickDiGiovanni to learn more. Once again, that's simplysafe.com/NickDiGiovanni. Now it's time to get cooking. To begin prepping our meat, we'll start with this beautiful tomahawk we got for just $30 per pound. It's 60 days dry aged and it smells fantastic.
How exciting is it to smell
The
it?
marbling on it is also gorgeous for that price. First things first, I'll sprinkle both sides with a little bit of black truffle salt, really making sure to coat every nook and cranny. We especially want to get all this fat on the side. I'll continue with what's probably my favorite flavor of Osmo, applewood smoked salt. This will perfectly complement the smoky flavor we get from those wood pellets on the grill outside. Next up, I'll go on with some regular black pepper. To finish things off, I'll hit it with a little bit of garlic powder, a touch of onion powder, and to finish, just a touch of white pepper.
This is gonna be so good. Can't beat Nick's meat.
Get out. And I just got the notification. It looks like our grill is ready to go. To begin, we'll put in our temperature probe, and we want this thing to land at 120 Fahrenheit. Then into our grill we go. So at this point, I've cooked the meat to an internal temp of just shy of 130 Fahrenheit. It's time to take it off. Let's test my heat tolerance. Hands of steel. We'll take out our temperature probe. Because it already has such a nice crust, I don't even need to add that sear on at the end, especially since we're plating this in gold. This meat right here is ready to go. Before we begin, the smells off this meat are incredible. Vinny, I want you to give us your genuine reaction to this right now.
Oh my god, it smells incredible.
This is probably one of the best smelling pieces of meat we've ever had come off the grill, and that does not bode well right now for Salt Bae. As you can see, the entire thing is incredibly juicy with a beautiful crust, and that fat has rendered off extremely well. I'll place it down on my cutting board, then pat our meat dry so that the gold adheres properly. And now it's time to coat this thing in 24 karat gold. Each of these gold leaf sheets right here is about $4, so I'm gonna keep that in mind as I put them on. Time to put on our gold. And our final piece of gold leaf here brings us to $102. And we have successfully made, as far as I know, the cheapest version of Salt Bae's most expensive menu item. It's time to slice it. I want to make sure if you haven't liked the video yet to go and smack that like button. Let's now begin the slicing process to make sure we nailed that perfect medium rare. I'll slice right around the bone here, going right alongside the tomahawk. This first slice here tells me it's going to be a very well cooked piece of meat. At this point, we want to cut against the grain. I'll make a nice big slice down the center. And as you can see, we have absolutely nailed that juicy, perfect medium rare. We'll finish things off with a nice sprinkle of Osmo Black Flaky Salt. Feed Manny right off this tomahawk, just like Salt Bae does. And with that, our steak is complete. We have nailed this cooking process. As you can see, we've even gotten a smoke ring across the top. The meat has a beautiful, perfect flavor, and it is so incredibly tender and juicy. Salt Bae, I'm sorry, but we've done it again. For just $102, we took an extremely high quality, well-marbled tomahawk, about twice the size of what you get in Salt Bae's restaurant, cooked the whole thing with a beautiful smoky flavor and some perfect seasoning, and coated it in completely pointless gold, just to prove it. Thanks again to Simply Safe for sponsoring the video, and Salt Bae, if you're watching this, I wouldn't come anywhere near this house. Happy cooking.
The program ends. Hope you are satisfied with today's video review. We wish you always healthy and happy. We welcome you always. Goodbye and see you again.